I feel so bad for Adrian. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight UK Season 7, Episode 11. Y'all made fun of me in the comments saying I wouldn't be on schedule. I'm on schedule. It's only been one video, but still. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So obviously April was not in attendance at the dinner party, I think the night or 2 nights prior, and she catches wind that the rumors have turned on her instead of Thomas being the one to blame. She's not impressed, and neither is he.
He knows what he's done though, and now he's trying to cover his back. But if he does stand there and lie to me in my face, knowing the truth, then I don't think we can move forward from this, because I don't want to be friends with someone like that.
Every single problem relates back to me. Everything I do is wrong. What do you want me to do?
Thomas, you do so much right. No, why are you walking away?
Because I'm done with the conversation. Is that okay?
Don't walk
I am
away.
now done with it.
This drama is tearing up relationships. Ooh! Child, this is why you don't insert yourself into other people's business. You mind the business that pays you, okay? Well, April and George's relationship isn't really being torn up, but I'm just saying. Although Shanita is in the center of the drama, her own marital issues are consuming her time.
So after the dinner party, when we got back, could tell that there was something wrong. So I asked Jordan, like, you know, what's up? Felt like that was a line crossed because I'm not attacking him. We are clashing in communication.
At this point in the episode, I didn't realize how big their issues were. So I was like, yeah, I could see how hard it is for Jordan to be in a relationship where he's being treated like a child because he signed up for a partnership. He didn't sign up for a mother. You know, this is not Parent at First Sight. But ooh, when we learned what the actual issue is, Shanita, you were so wrong for that. So wrong for that. But we're going to table that for the moment. Intimacy is an issue for a few of the couples. Richie and Laura were having issues post-sex, and Kwame and Keisha are having issues pre-sex, but I don't even know if I could call it pre-sex because they might just never have it.
What is it that made you feel like you need space?
Things that I was bringing up when I was giving you feedback around the dinner table, okay? I think Kwame needs to do a bit of work in understanding that women do have choices as well.
I don't feel anything that I said was disrespectful. Realizing that it's upset her is a bit of a surprise for me.
Some of us were confused. What Keisha was talking about in the previous episode, her whole I'm a sexual being, blah, blah, blah. I understand it now as she was basically saying, don't say we're not progressing sexually because you don't want it to go there, because ultimately it takes 2 to tango. I think she did say that too, the 2 to tango thing. So even if you were ready, it's still up to me to decide whether I want to engage in sex with you as well. It's a mutual decision, not just on you. I wish she was a little bit more clear on that because I did not know what she was talking about. Moving on to the commitment ceremony. April claims that she doesn't want to talk about the outside marriage drama because it's going to ruin what's happening inside her marriage, even though just prior to the ceremony, she was talking about how she was not going to take this from Thomas. And anyway, she didn't talk about it.
I'm not here to discuss dramas surrounding, you know, rumors, lies that have been said. So I'd really like to focus on us right now. I made him face his fear of heights. And the fact that he did it and he was willing to do it for me, it was like, made me feel really good. Yeah, I feel like now you're not afraid to tell me how you're feeling, whereas before I felt like maybe he might have been afraid to have upset me.
I made the comment that conquering his outside of the relationship fears would help him conquer his inside the relationship fears, and clearly that happens to be the case. They are on very good terms at this moment, and so they both decided to stay. PJ and Jess are next, and basically Jess says PJ is not man enough for her.
To hear that, it's a lot. Like, nobody likes rejection at the end of the day.
I really wanted someone that's proper into football and I can go to the pub and have a pint with. I know it's just silly little things like that, but that means a lot. I know it sounds just football, but I'm just like, I do really enjoy PJ's company, I really do, and I would miss him if we weren't around each other.
Okay.
I want to know if it's because of the stripper thing, like that, because she knew about the basement thing prior to the stripper thing and she seemed to still be okay. The stripper was like the final nail in the coffin for us, the audience, but they never address it. Okay, like she wants a Jack the Lad. Maybe she should have signed up to be with Duka or something. But he's just not that. And then I'm also side-eyeing her because in the last commitment ceremony, I think it was Paul who asked, is he enough for you? And she said, yeah, he is. You lied. So anyways, PJ asks if there's anything in this relationship worth fighting for. She says no, so ultimately they both decided to leave. I have to commend them. They left on amicable terms. She's always been as kind as she could be, considering the circumstances. We've seen worse situations where somebody makes the partner that they're with experience hell just because they're not attracted to them, so at least they have that. Next is Duka and Whitney, who look like they have some kind of semblance, sort of maybe, of a relationship. I don't know.
I feel like we're having a little bit more fun. I don't know, we're just like...
We are. First thing in the morning, I'm cooking up coffee, like...
Got the music on.
Putting on house music.
You feel like your barriers are coming down?
They are, but I'm like, wind it back up again, bitch.
Okay.
Like, you know, your fucking mind.
I don't think they will have a romantic relationship, and if they do, I don't see it being a long-lasting one. But the fact that there's even potential, the fact that there is some soft soil to sow in, hey, that's more than what we thought we would get. Jordan and Shanita started on a high. They are the golden couple. We love them, but they have since crashed and burned.
I think Jordan feels that I always kind of like digging at him, and it's making him feel small, and it's making him feel like crap. I shouldn't have said this, and I have apologized since. Made the mistake of saying that I thought he showed traits like ADHD.
So for me to be told that by someone who's not a doctor, who's trying to diagnose me, it really hurts. And she's like putting me in this box like she knows me more than I know me, and I really don't like it.
So, if you remember her career, she is a social worker, mainly because of the issues that she went through in her own family. So as somebody who studied psychology, I resonate with her in the fact that sometimes when you're in certain professions, you want to use that knowledge in those relationships when it's uncalled for. So I think if she wasn't in a romantic relationship with Jordan, it wouldn't be too far out the line to call him out on potentially having ADHD, because it's her expertise to look for certain things like that. But in a relationship, it's not your job to kind of do that, or they're too fresh. Because I don't think it's bad to call out certain things like, maybe let's test for this, let's test for that. But he's still a stranger. You've only known him for 2 weeks? I would feel attacked, absolutely. So I have the tendency sometimes to act like somebody's psychologist just because I studied psychology, but in reality, I'm not their psychologist. So that's not my place. So I can understand Jordan's frustration, absolutely. They both still have very strong feelings for each other, so they chose to stay. But yeah, Shanita, be careful. Ooh, be careful. But also don't tell her to be careful, hey? Because Mr. Machismo, Kwame, tried to do that and she was not happy with it.
And no more diagnosis. Don't diagnose him again.
Don't come for me. Are you fourth expert? Do you want to go take up a chair there?
I don't care. I'm going to tell you.
Just leave me alone. I don't need that.
Sorry. I am sorry.
He has my back and he will be on my side. It meant so much in that moment.
I always say this on the Married at First Sight type shows. Being a united front is so important. Even though Jordan had every right to side with Kwame, he was hurt, he was vindicated and everything, he decided to be there for Shanita in that moment and be like, I got you. I'm still your partner. We're in this together. And it worked. It brought them together. Come on, Jordan. Jordan might not be perfect, but he is trying and he's doing a damn good job. Speaking of machismo, Kwame and Keisha are next on the couch, and it's clear that Kwame truly believes that his shit don't stink.
Your response was more about I. It wasn't, you didn't respond with a we. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I'm saying?
Sure. I thought I did pretty well considering that I did it at that point. Yeah, all right, raise your eyebrow. Until she sees I'm like, you're like there, then we can go there.
I can't comment because it needs to resonate with me. And that is one of the reasons why Kwame and I didn't stay together last night.
That's why I got kicked out.
Well,
is that how you saw it, Kwame, that you were kicked out?
How else is it to be looked at?
The worst thing that Keisha could have done is to give Kwame vindication. He's been saying, I don't want to go too fast. I want to take it slow. Whatever. And the moment that he kind of opens up a little bit about something, you shut him out, literally. And so now he could be like, see, told you. Oh, Keisha, no. I would have kicked him out too. I can't lie to you. But the worst thing you could have done for somebody like this who's looking for excuses, who's looking for a way out, is to give him exactly that. So at least they both decided to stay. I don't know what kind of connection that they feel like they have, but they've been challenged to bond, whatever that means. Richie and Laura share that Yes Week was phenomenal. And even though they progressed sexually, their sexual incompatibility kind of led to a myriad of issues.
I think the reason we were so confident last week on the couch is I could see things moving and I could see Richie trying. And I felt there was a place to go. I pointed out last week, we started off on very different places in our journey, emotionally in relationships. I think there's a lot of emotional need there.
Even though they look very loved up, they both decided to leave. She just says, this is too much of a project for me. He says, I'm not gonna torture her by making her stay. This is a very cordial season. Sans Thomas, but this is a very cordial season. Wow, I'm shocked. My issues with them is that she's clearly a runner, and that's unfortunate. And with him, I hate to side with Laura, but absolutely his lack of relationship experience did hinder him in this situation, because conflict does not mean the end of a relationship. If anything, it's a great temperature check to say, okay, we thought we were coasting. Clearly we're not. Let's switch things up a bit so we can be smooth sailing again. Wait, coasting is smooth sailing. Listen, y'all get what I was trying to say, okay? Anyways, they left. Zoe and Jenna are so stubborn.
But yeah, we both weren't a fan of the burger, were we?
No, it's horrible. It
wasn't very good.
I didn't do a very good job. But I tried, didn't I?
But yeah, it did lead to another discussion that we probably need to delve deeper into.
I think Jenna's problem is that she wants to talk about the reasons why she's a vegan.
I don't want to. I just feel like if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, I can't keep quiet around the person that I'm with. If she does ask a question, I'm going to answer honestly.
Yeah, no, if I ask
but then you bring it back on me like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know that wine's filtered through fish guts. But you literally asked me that question, why don't you drink wine? And it's like, I had to tell you.
The experts point out that at the end of the day, it's clear that they really care for each other and they want this to work. It's unfortunate that they can't see each other's perspectives, because for Zoe, wait, which one is Zoe now? Yeah. For Zoe, she feels like she's compromising so much because the meat eating thing is just such a big deal for her. And the fact that she has been eating things that she typically wouldn't eat, and she's been having to hear stories about animal cruelty and stuff like that and still bearing it, like that's a big compromise for her. Whereas for Jenna, she's like, well, you don't even understand the reasons why I do this whole sustainable living thing. And I wonder if she's explained that, because in her little intro pack, she did share that it had to do with the loss of her father and trying to create a better life for the generations after. Like it's deeper than just, oh, I don't eat meat or animal cruelty. Like there are some big reasons that tie to the reasons why she lives her life the way that she does. I wish they could both see each other's perspective a little bit more and just accept each other for where they are, and embrace it. Embrace the fact that, Zoe is trying. In her mind, whether you count it as trying or not, she is trying. And a lot of people would not do that. They'd be like, a hard line, hell no, never gonna appease you. And for Jenna, there are these big reasons that maybe Zoe would appreciate more if she took the time to listen to and understand. Last is Thomas and Adrian, who have clearly been on bad terms the entire evening.
So much has happened in your life. I think there's just so many barriers that are 5 years old and 10 years old in our way sometimes.
Something was said that I'd apparently said, and I've come into this process really naive. I'm not going to be shrunken down and lied about and have my name dragged through the mud by people who don't pay my bills or feed me or lie with me. Absolutely not.
I'm telling you, Adrian is someone you can trust.
Absolutely.
He's safe, okay? He's safe.
Thomas has a lot of trauma. And unfortunately for Adrian, he's the one who has to pay for it. He should have never signed up for this. Never. Because the things that you went through, although they make you who you are, it's not for Adrian to atone for those sins of others, you know? So here he is being compassionate and really trying to see past the hurt and see past the antics and the drama. But at some point, who's going to be there for Adrian? Adrian is always cleaning up after Thomas. Adrian is always being compassionate, always hearing him out, biting his tongue. I mean, he damn near didn't say a thing on this couch just to protect Thomas. No. Adrian needs a partner. Thomas is not that. Thomas needs therapy. All right. Anyways, while he's having his little fit on the couch, he walks away in the middle. And April is like, just because you're crying does not mean you're the victim here.
Are you okay with him lying about you?
No. Obviously it's hard because listen, he's not a liar and he doesn't like the fact that his name's been dropped through mud.
Just because he's having a breakdown, that makes me a liar.
I'm with her. You're too big for these tantrums. And because he has said very vile things to Adrian's face, it's not hard for me to believe that he would say vile things about Shanita behind her back. Not at all. Next episode, there are 2 new couples. Baby, the inclusivity this season, man, they said affirmative action, yup. Inclusivity, yup. I've never seen somebody on these kind of shows with face tats. I've never seen so many plus size women on this show. Oh! I'm with it. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.